Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Delle. I'm excited you're here with me today. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you're coming back. We're going to get into some channel messages as well as do a tarot reading with the Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck. All information about me can be found in the description box. How to book a personal reading or a session or service for you. Should you need more support after the video can be found there. It's only done through my website, delgoddessintuitive.com or delgoddess.com. Any resources, songs, or things like that that come through the video or the reading, I just mentioned the description box also as a resource for you guys. The songs go onto our Spotify playlist. It's really awesome, and if you're a music lover, I encourage you just to check it out. You can also choose to just hit shuffle and see what song wants to come through for you today as an intuitive message. Yeah, thank you for all of those who support the channel through your likes and subscribes and your comments. It's a wonderful way to support, and I feel your support when you do that, and just know I really appreciate it and I'm so grateful, so thank you so much. And for those who haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I do ask that if you want to support the channel in any way, that's a wonderful way to do it. And it's just wonderful just to be part of this growing community, and it really feels like it's become or is about just a supportive community for way showers and to help inspire you to shine your own light and be a beacon of light, not just for yourselves but consequently for others. And yeah, it's anyway, it's just really wonderful. So just want to say thank you and just to invite you to do that if you feel called. So we'll get into the channel messages now. I'm gonna just get quiet a second and see what wants to come through from Spirit. I'm just feeling this, like, just to take a deep breath in. So maybe you are too. So if you want to do this, just taking a deep breath in and exhale out. Maybe a couple more. So inhale in and exhale out. Last one, really just taking up as much space as you possibly can. Inhale in and exhale out. Just shaking it out in any way that you need to. Okay, that feels better. I'm hearing it's like some of you, it's like the cruise control has been on, but there's this allowance. So it could be that maybe you're being guided to put the cruise control on, so to speak, in a figurative sense, where it's just like maybe you've been trying to finagle or work an outcome or work to have an outcome so strongly that it's like you're actually being guided just to, you know, let me put the cruise control on. Spirit's got this, the universe has got this, and I'm just going to take it easy here and sit back a second. It's important to do what you need to do for yourself, but there's like the betterment of an outcome, where an outcome turns out far better than you expected when you hand the reins over to the divine, to the universe, to Spirit, and allow them to work their magic. So a way that you can do this is literally just to go, I allow the universe to please take control over the situation. You know, I surrender to the situation. I give it over to the universe. Please let it be what it wants to be, and just allowing that to happen and seeing what happens, allowing yourself to observe and be the witness. So just as a friendly reminder, it's like we're all at the cosmic post office together. Some messages, some of the readings are going to have your name on it and some are not, so that's okay. We just honor and really touch base with our own intuition. Is this for me or is this not for me today? And I always believe, even if you click off, if you're meant to know something, the universe or Spirit will find a way to deliver that message to you. So I heard, can you allow yourself to be open to receive at this time? For some, it's like trying to control the outcome or a narrative is actually like not being able to be open to receive in disguise. Because if we were open to receive, we wouldn't be trying to control it so much. We would know intuitively what actions we needed to take, what actions are aligned or inspired with our true self, our higher self, and when it's simply just time to, again, allow Spirit, the divine, to take over the reins, God, the universe, your higher power, your higher authority. Hearing a song, I think it's Michelle Branch. It's If I just breathe, everything will be, you'll see, I think, everything is alright. But the song's called Breathe. So it's just, again, I get this, we started with the breathing exercise, so I just get this feeling of allowing flow right now and just taking up space with your own presence, but not needing to control or trying to finagle an outcome is how it keeps coming, or to adjust an outcome. Just let it be. Let it be what it wants to be. Let it be what it is. I'm hearing it's already done. There's nothing left for you to do about it. It's already done, is how it's coming through. And can you trust yourself to be open to this? Trust yourself to be open, to feel into what wants to come in for you. What serves you well. So there's this call to go back to your own intuition, your own intuitive guidance with this. Am I making the best possible choice for myself? Does it align with my soul? And feeling the expansion around that, if it's a yes, you know, or if it's a no, is there something else that you need to do further? But I'm getting it's about touching base with your own heart. I'm really just leaning into what more do I need to do, what, you know, and I feel like the only thing left to do is to surrender to the divine with this. So again, you'll know if that message is for you or if it's not. There's one more channel message, so let me hear what that is. It's here with someone has to say. I feel like someone's coming forward or towards you with a message, and it could be that you're not ready or willing to receive it because you're dreading what it could possibly be. You've already surmised or imagined the worst possible outcome, and that's the one that you're expecting because it's the time that has taken up the most like rent in your headspace kind of thing. So it's about, can you imagine the possibility that it's something you have not thought of yet? It's actually something even better than what you could have possibly imagined for yourself. And if you are somebody who's been thinking or reeling in like what the worst possible thing could happen, why is it difficult, or why is it so difficult for you to allow yourself to believe that everything could work out really well for you and so much better than you could have dreamed? What if everything actually works out? What if the message the other person has to say is actually extremely positive and it helps you overcome, you know, limiting beliefs, doubts, or expectations you have placed on other people? Maybe you've always expected other people to show up at their worst. Maybe you've always expected other people to not be able to provide for you, take care of you, or to be there for you. What if this time you allow the possibility that someone surprises you and shows you something different than what you are used to experiencing in the past? I'm hearing only you will know if you are open to receive that. So it's about hearing someone out. I feel like you already know that you've done the work, the inner work for this, to allow yourself to receive this, but I don't know that it's had an opportunity to be put into place or to be observed or witnessed. Meaning, let's say you've always been disappointed by somebody in the past, or lack has been a big thing that's come up in the past. I have a 4-part series about core wounds. If you want to check that out, I can link it below. I'll link the first one because it's a series of 4, and I recommend just going from the beginning to the end with it. They're not that long, but I'm getting it's where have you noticed or observed or witnessed in your past this constant repetitive being disappointed or let down by somebody, and now that you have done all the inner work with it, or you've really sat with it, it's like there hasn't been an opportunity yet for you to be shown anything different because maybe you haven't put yourself out there, you haven't been willing to receive something different. It's one thing to protect ourselves, but I feel like, especially the way it's coming through, you're being encouraged to put yourself out there and to be put in a position where you are open to receive something different, something better for yourself, something more fulfilling, more wholesome. It's just, that's how it's coming through. I don't get that it's seeking anything outside of yourself because it's in the work that you have done, you've actually called this in. So it's just a matter of receiving. So an ascension symptom you could be dealing with is tooth pain or teeth pain. I feel like there's this throat chakra activation that's coming in, but it's around communication. So the way that I'm actually feeling, it's like receiving a new kind of communication, which inspires you to then communicate differently, because it's this different exchange of energy around the throat chakra between you and another. But it started with yourself. It's between you and yourself first. So even the way that you are talking to yourself, that's the one they want to highlight the most and stay with, is how you are communicating with yourself, how you are supporting yourself, how you belong with yourself. And it's just the way that you are putting that energy out there and receiving it. It's almost like your teeth are getting an upgrade or something like that. Your teeth are actually feeling the upgrade of this. So it's really interesting. It almost felt like in that moment where it was like having something really cold or hot, but it's like it's just this energy that's passing in and out, again, with how you communicate with yourself, how you verbalize yourself and what you want, and how you call in what you want for yourself. So making sure that your thoughts are pure, making sure that your thoughts are in alignment with the things that you actually do want for yourself. Again, if you are speaking words or speaking truth into the doubting that things are, impossible to be different from the past, and that's what it shall be. But for this like interesting pain to kind of come through where I'm just observing this, it's like that's being cleared out. So it's about really being adamant. It's kind of like you've leveled up, you've ascended. We're not going back down. So do you notice that when you've done leveling up or ascension work, it's like when you try to go back down to how things once were, it causes so much more chaos and disorganized energy and pain sometimes. So it's about really staying and anchoring in that new vibration, that new frequency, because you're going to have the opportunity to do it again and again and again in this lifetime is how it's coming through. So, okay, that's also onto the tarot. There is also a little, fruit fly, a gnat flying around. I have no idea where it went. It was there for a second, now it's gone. But those always come through for me, at least, as a reminder to be persistent, to really stay the course and be persistent. So for it just to be mentioned, it's Spirit's really saying be persistent on this new journey for yourself. Anchor yourself, hold the integrity of this new vibration, and anchor yourself around it. I'll get the cards out and then we can talk about them. A couple more. Everyone's doing well today, if I haven't said that already. That one fell on the floor. Let's see. Last one. I keep hearing that song, that If I Just Breathe. So there might be more lyrics, or if you want to check out the lyrics to that, or the song itself could be uplifting. I think that came out in like the 2000s. Okay. I'm going to pick up the card that flew on the floor. This is really interesting because I've got wild hair today. This is interesting because it's the Ten of Wands. So when I was doing the shuffling before coming on to film, the same exact thing happened. It popped out of the deck and it went onto the floor. So the Ten of Wands is about taking on too much, taking on what's not yours to carry. At least in this reading, it's coming through that way. It's not always. It can be interpreted in many different ways, but intuitively, that's how it's coming through. Understanding too what you've already been through, the experiences you've already have. It's like they weren't for nothing. They helped you get to where you are right now. So I'm kind of seeing it's like someone holding on to all of these wands as past negative experiences, where it's like where things didn't work out, where you were cheated, you were betrayed, you were lied to, you were hurt, you were let down, whatever it is. It's like this unwillingness to let go of that, because like they helped you get to where you are now. So there's this recognition of that, but you've retained the lesson, so we don't have to hold on to it. We can put it down, we can walk away from it, we can forget about those things, because we have this intelligence that has remained. We know how to handle things moving forward because we've learned from the past. So it's like this energetic signature that has become part of yourself now, where it's like you know what to do now. So there's an allowance of your time and energy to trust yourself. You don't have to carry the weight of this anymore. So I don't feel like you're aware that you're doing this. I feel like it's if you're finding yourself caught or you're hesitant to, again, put yourself back out there, or even, I'm actually even seeing a situation where it could have been one of these people rubbed you the wrong way in the past and you're like, I don't like them. I don't want to work with them. I don't want to whatever. And I'm actually seeing, like, even in your present, like, can you just be open to meeting people with where they're at, so hearing out what somebody has to say. Sorry, I'm just listening. We all go through different shifts and things like that, you know. So I'm hearing too, it's like we don't have to let everyone back in, but I'm seeing a past situation where it's just someone maybe didn't show you their kindest light, or someone didn't act their best. You're rubbed off by it and wrote them off right then and there. Understandable. And seeing like there's an opportunity that comes around for you to see them through a different lens, to see them as a whole person, you know, rather than only being isolated to that one time. Because again, there's this wisdom that you have, that you carry within yourself. You know what's right for you. You know what's best for you. You have a read on, I want to be friendly with this person, or I don't. And just honoring that. So there's not such a final totality with this. And can you be open to receive someone in their now moment? Because the feeling I get is that you've changed a lot too, you know, so it's required of you to accept yourself in every now moment as well. So can you do the same for another, right? You'll know, again, if this message speaks for you or not. I'm not talking about people who've repeatedly shown you that they disrespect your time, energy. I don't even feel like you entertain this anymore, but I'm just getting an example of like someone, you didn't see them in their best light for whatever reason, and it comes back around again where you're able to see them in a different light, and you're like, wow, I'm really glad I was open to this, because we ended up having such a lovely exchange or a lovely time together. But if I had kept that door slammed shut based on who they were in that one time, I would have missed this. You know, I wouldn't have seen this other dimension to them. I wouldn't have seen this other aspect of themselves, you know, so it's something like that. We're going backwards in the reading, so I have 4 cards, but there's 2 cards with the third one, so it's actually 5, but it's 4 messages. So, and we're working from right to left in case that's symbolic or relevant for anyone. The same kind of an energy is coming through. It's somebody who maybe you have this nostalgia for in the past with the 6 of Cups, and then we also have the King of Swords. I get that they're coming back around again. I actually am getting the reverse. Oh, this is interesting. I'm getting the reverse scenario where maybe they saw you in an unfavorable light for them, or they saw you in a way that spooked or scared them, and they are the one who's like hesitant, but you're picking this up about them. So it's like, you, again, empaths, you might be feeling this fear, this hesitancy, or this caution to go near somebody, but it's actually, you could be picking up on the way that they are feeling about you. So, again, you'll know if that's for you or not, but that's why it's so important to allow this openness, because you would want somebody to give you another chance, maybe when you didn't show up as your best or as your highest self. Again, because we're always evolving. That's where compassion comes into play, not just for other people, but for ourselves too. You know what, I'm not really proud of how I acted in that moment. I really would not like it if someone just held me to that, because that's not that's not the standard I hold myself to. I know that I'm better than that. I know that I got caught in my emotions or in the moment or whatever in the past time, but this is who I am now. So I feel like there's this opportunity that comes around again, but it starts with you first being open to receive that newness, that new exchange, that are holding the frequency of just this capacity for love to transcend that fear, even if it's not your own. Because again, I just feel like somebody wants to rekindle something or come close to you or have a second chance or another shot, but they're hesitant too with the King of Swords. It's like, they're like, I remember how you were that time. I don't know. And again, you're picking up on this, but again, nobody's perfect, and I think it could be argued that we are perfectly imperfect. We're always constantly evolving. So there's, again, something about, can you give this openness or this second chance, because you would want it for yourself as well. And again, this is not to keep saying it or be a broken record about it, but it's like, again, if this is the person you're talking about or not. Some people don't, we're just not meant to jive with them, you know what I mean? So it's not about that. You'll know who this person is. Four of Wands, yeah. So I can't tell if this focuses sometimes. So Four of Wands talks about celebration. May Day is coming in, Beltane, very strongly with this card. And that's a frequent energy I feel through this card. I don't get anything else around it other than it could be a time of the year. And I know, at least at the time that I'm filming this, it's in April. So it'll be past May Day by the time this reaches you, I think. I'm not sure. Sometimes I stick with the cue in the scheduling, and sometimes Spirit has me put things out sooner or later, depending on how it's being guided. It needs to reach or get out there. So, but it doesn't matter what time of the year I'm feeling, you can still call in or embody the spirit, the celebration of May Day, because it's this new beginnings, it's this freshness, it's a celebration of the arrival of spring, so of new life. So there's something really beautiful. I'm also really, really being called to the color. So with the red and the white colors of the gowns or the dresses here, robes, I'm not really sure how they're coming through. The dressing is how I'm hearing it. I'm getting a connection between the root and the crown chakra. And as I'm feeling this message coming in, it's like this 0 point. It's like it's like the energy finally is done with its vibration. Have you ever seen chimes or something like that, when they hit and they vibrate and then they it's pure? And that's at 0 point where it's just we're at the absolute frequency now. I see that that's coming, if it hasn't already, it's coming to place within yourself first, and then another, and then I'm also seeing too, I don't know if you can see this, something about Kundalini, where it's I'm seeing a little snake back here, where it's the Kundalini has made its way up the chakras, up the energy centers. I'm being guided to talk about too, it's it could even be that there's a twin flame energy going on, but I'm hesitant to say that, but the reason it's wanting to come through is I trust that you'll know what I'm talking about if that message is for you. It's about the journey, the activation, the ascension talk about twin flame that's coming through. It's not the other stuff that you see on the internet. It's a very, very potent activating journey through awareness and an ascension first within yourself, and that's how it's coming through. So Empress, that's the last one. If you are divine feminine, I feel like this is it's an energy, so it's not about gender, but I feel like if you reside more with divine feminine, or you've been working towards or healing your aspect of divine feminine, it's like you're coming into full alignment with yourself, or you already have, and it's beginning to show in your outside world. Yeah, excuse me. Ooh, major clearing with that. Sorry, I wish it could be more I don't know, I was gonna say attractive, but it is what it is. It'll come up like a belch, and that's how it comes out sometimes with the clearing. So I apologize for that, but yeah, it's I feel like you're starting to see, if not already, evidence of this in your outside world, your external world. It's so important to hold that frequency and that vibration, not to dip back down, you know, to the vibration that you've come from, but to fully, you know, that the Empress, once she's the Empress, she's settled, she's got the most comfortable seat in the whole world. And she's just illuminated, she's in her power, she is exuding this, she's expressing herself in that way just by being present all the time. The Empress, I don't feel, the Empress doesn't ever go, I'm gonna go back to being a queen, just I'm gonna go do that for a little bit. It's like there's no going back, you know, she's the Empress now. So there's something about that, being the own ruler, the ruler of your own empire. With that comes about being a sovereign being. So sovereignty is an interesting word. I feel like it gets thrown around a little bit now, but what it really is saying, are you able to do what's best for yourself without the opinion, input, or influence of others? You know what's best for you on a soul level, and that's the energy in which you resided, and that's the energy in which that you act from. So I feel so much heart expansion, but it's not an active one, like it's just, it is, you know. So it could be to you're noticing this about yourself. All right, I'm hearing that's all for today. This is a very powerful and potent reading. There's a ton of abundance of prosperity within the reading. I love that we worked from the end to the now, because it's something that is so so sacred and pure about the journey that you are on, and the path that you have taken, the road that you have taken. They're having me just do a quick recap. We can let go of the past. We've retained the information that we need for the future, so we don't have to hold on to everything so tightly. This means we don't have to keep those old text messages and emails as proof of what somebody did to us once. We already know what the truth is. We can let it go. We know how to act. We also aren't going to, or being encouraged not to hold someone to the standard they were on a particularly rough day. We can see what their soul is actually saying. We can see how their soul is communicating or want to communicate, and we can maybe receive the cup of flowers, the cup of forgiveness, the cup of newness that's being offered. So we can transmute our fear. We can transmute even fear that doesn't belong to us by simply going, that's not mine, but I'm going to hold the space of love because that's how I want to be received. And it inspires another person to do the same. There's a celebration of newness, of new birth, new arrival. Again, I was getting like a Kundalini activation, but it's like through completion. So it's like it's rooted in the foundation. And there is a very strong, beautiful, flowing connection between the root chakra and the crown chakras. They're just pointing out to me, which I missed the first time, the blue between the two of them is coming through as water. So the flow, that's why the flow is there between the two. And just me doing the figure 8 here, it's like it's this continual flow. And then residing fully as the Empress, I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am sovereign, and I stay in my sovereign being. I'm comfortable in my sovereignty. I am. So I'm going to leave the reading there. Beautiful today. I hope that helped you. I hope it found you doing well. If you need any support or guidance or anything like that, you know where to find me. It's through my website. Again, it's in the description box. Until next time, stay well and take care.